Bitcoin is having its best quarter in 2 years. According to Bloomberg Intelligence, the first cryptocurrency is remarkably outperforming gold and many other commodities. So, has the crypto finally entered the bull phase? And could this be the start of a new supercycle for BTC? Hey there, I'm Eleonora, the product owner at XMastudy, and in this video I will share some of the hottest crypto news and discuss Bitcoin's latest performance. But first, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell below. Let's get started! Bitcoin was a real winner during the US banking crisis. The King Crypto recorded the strongest weekly growth in its history. As you see, Bitcoin turned out to be not an inflation hedge, but a hedge against banks. Well, that's just a joke, because many do consider BTC a great inflation hedge, just like gold. By the way, Bitcoin's correlation with gold grows, while its correlation with stocks keeps falling. Okay, now let's get back to Bitcoin's price. As expected, after its whopping growth, BTC was traded in a relatively narrow price range. This correction was predominantly the result of the Fed's policy. Despite banking fuss, the regulator raised interest rates by 0.25% to a range of 4.75% to 5% on 22 March 2023. This fully coincided with market expectations. However, on the very same day, Fed CEO Jerome Powell held a news press conference where he said that the Fed is not going to decrease interest rates this year and may even need to raise them. In general, all his statements show that the regulators are uncertain about what they should do next. But one thing remains clear: the Fed will leave no stone unturned to combat high inflation, even if this requires economic sacrifice. This rhetoric impacted the price of Bitcoin and altcoins, resulting in a market correction. Still, even considering this correction, we haven't observed significant price changes. BTC was traded somewhere between $26,000 and $29,000, trying to gain a foothold above $28,000. But the volatility remained high, which means there is a battle between bulls and bears now, and I hope the bulls are taking over. As I've told you in the previous video, Jim Cramer suggested selling Bitcoins, and guess what? Since then, BTC has grown by about 15%. The market behavior was once again the opposite of his tips, so maybe listening to what he says is not that bad thing. Just don't forget to always do the opposite. Institutional investors started showing an increasing interest in crypto. After 6 weeks of outflows, digital asset investment products finally saw inflows of $160 million, the largest since July 2022. Most attention was turned to Bitcoin, which had a total of $128 million invested. One of the largest Bitcoin holders, MicroStrategy, is also bullish about Bitcoin. The company bought 6,455 BTC and now holds almost 140,000 Bitcoins. But guess who is the biggest BTC holder? It's the US government. As of March 2023, it holds Bitcoins worth $5.6 billion, which is approximately 1% of the total circulating supply. All these Bitcoins were confiscated in 3 major hack cases. But the US government is not only a top crypto holder, it's also the biggest crypto attacker now. One of the US regulators is suing Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao for violating US trading laws. They say the fraud started in 2019 and now they have to intervene aggressively. This lawsuit is a very big deal as Binance is the biggest exchange that provides a wide range of services. As for CZ himself, he keeps calm. Binance CEO simply tweeted "for," an apparent reference to a previous post of do's and don'ts for 2023. For means to ignore FUD, fake news, attacks, etc. Now, nobody knows what will happen next, so get your popcorn ready for another major crypto battle. As for Terra co-founder Do Kwon, he can barely stay calm now. The former king of cryptocurrencies was arrested in Montenegro. He was detained at the country's airport with fake documents. Kwon is accused of creating a fraudulent scheme that led to the loss of at least $40 billion. The suspect denied all charges against him, including that he was on the run. And it's just the beginning of a story. We could see many other crypto crackdowns in the future. US bank regulators are seemingly attempting to drive crypto businesses out of the financial system. But don't give up on crypto. It will survive, as it did many times before. And at the end, let's talk a little about Ethereum. Ethereum is now less censored as the number of ETH validators now compliant with US sanctions decreased to just 28%, down from a record 78% in November 22. That's a very positive piece of news for ETH. Plus, Ethereum confirmed that it will launch its long-awaited Shanghai upgrade in 2 weeks. So, don't forget to track its price. And now, that's all for today. Bye-bye!